Hello. So, about a year ago, past me wrote a letter to future me, which is now present me. And so I thought I would document it and just see like what actually like maybe came true, what didn't, and just think about what past me had wanted and for future me, and just to see, so basically just to read it. I will read some things aloud, but there will be some things that I'll just read in my mind just for privacy and just because I don't want the whole world to know. But yeah, so let's get started. So, dear future me, hi. I wonder if you'll be anticipating this letter or if you've forgotten about it in a year's time. So, regarding this sentence, the first sentence of the letter, I had actually forgotten about writing this letter until my sister reminded me about like 3 or 4 weeks ago. She's like, oh yeah, aren't you meant to get your like future me letter? And I was like, oh yeah. And so, yeah, I got it. So I forgot, but I haven't really. Anyway, back to the letter. Wow, a year's time. Crazy to think about it, right? Yeah, it's crazy how a year has gone by, subhanAllah. I'll be 26. Yep, I'm 26. Seems so weird. I don't feel it, I don't look it, and I don't think I act it. I'm not sure what past me meant by like act it. Like, I feel like maybe I had always thought that there's this specific like criteria for each age. So like at 23, me would have thought that at 26 I would have had to be married, had to have kids, had to be working. But as I've grown older and just been more involved in society and just life in general, it's like, actually there's no like certain age guideline of what you have to be or how you have to act at a certain age. Like, it's okay to act like a child at 26. It's okay to have fun. You don't have to be serious. So I'm still 26, but I mean, I guess I don't feel it. Like, again, it's just a number, isn't it? So yeah, alhamdulillah. So I'll read this out loud. It's fine. It's good to know that everyone is, So anyway, back to the letter. I think I'm struggling with so many aspects of life. You know, the usual questions. Why am I here? What's my purpose? How can I be better spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically? So I think that's actually really some important questions that we have to ask ourselves every day. Like, when we wake up, it's like, okay, God's given me another chance. Why am I here? What's my purpose? How am I going to go about my day? How am I going to make it better spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically? So these are important questions that we should be asking ourselves every single day, every single hour, maybe even like as a checkup, just to see where we are. And yeah, I think, last year it was quite difficult because I was in a limbo. I really didn't know what I was going in life. It was still a bit of COVID lockdown and that sort of thing, and I was trying to apply for so many things. But yeah, maybe past me will get to that in the letter. So back to the letter. I've started running, joined a club with my sister. There's something freeing about just letting go and running. I'm able to be one with nature. I wonder if I'll still be running when I read this letter. I hope so. I hope I'm taking care of my body. So, regarding the running, we did that for about 6 months with the club, and then we decided to join the gym. So, even though I'm not running with a club or that sort of thing, I still am taking care of my body, and I'm enjoying it. I really like the gym, and it's a good gym. Literally, maybe 16-year-old me would never have thought about going to a gym as a hijabi. I just feel like I struggled so much with the hijab and being a teenager in a Western society, but like now I go to the gym with my sister and I'm wearing the hijab and I'm dressed more modest than other people, and it's like, it's okay. Like, we're all different humans. Like, we can dress however we want and no one's gonna judge us, hopefully, except God, but that's different. Anyway, back to the letter. Okay, I'll read this paragraph out loud as well because it's important to know. As I know, or, which pronoun should I use? Lol. Anyway, I've been in therapy with a Muslim therapist. I think there's a beauty in seeking help from someone who shares similar spiritual attributes to oneself. I've talked to her about many things, and in some ways I feel I've grown, but I still feel like I'm struggling with certain aspects. I wonder if those aspects will still affect me in a year. So I've stopped the therapy with the Muslim therapist, when I've sort of stopped therapy in general, because I feel like I'm at a place where in my life where I'm able to reflect personally by myself, and just, I've been able to just reflect by myself rather than with a therapist. But I do think, like, therapy doesn't stop. Like, it's, alhamdulillah, it's one way that helps you emotionally and also spiritually, especially if you find a Muslim therapist who can just guide you, but also add in, like, Islamic aspects to it, or whatever religion, or basically, if you're Muslim, like, they're able to recite ayahs from the Quran and just give that spiritual boost as well, which I think is one of the benefits of seeking a Muslim therapist versus a non-Muslim therapist. But I've had a non-Muslim therapist before as well. They've done good as well. So I think it's just finding the right person for you, regardless of their religion. But there are some benefits as well. I'm not going to read this part out loud because, Okay, I'll read this part of the sentence out loud because I think it's important. So, I wonder if I'll be in a wholesome relationship or even married when I'm reading this next year. So, not married. There have been some, like, potential suitors who we've, like, tried to get to know each other with parents knowing and that sort of thing, but it just didn't feel right. And I feel like it's fine. Like, again, society always, like, if it's been drilled in us as kids, like, you have to be married at a certain age, you have to know someone, you have to be in a relationship and all these things, and it's like, no, like, I'm content where I am right now, like, alhamdulillah. But a relationship can add benefit, but as, like, where I am right now in life, like, it's okay, I'm not in a rush. Can I just say, back to the letter, can I just say I'm proud of us? I've been saying that I want to write a letter to myself for ages, but you know me, I'm a procrastinator. Yeah, I'm proud of myself for writing this letter. Inshallah, I'm going to write a new letter to the future, so maybe I can do that next year, inshallah, if God gives us the life. But I am sort of still a procrastinator, but I've been working hard on combating that. I've been listening to loads of very beneficial audiobooks, especially the Atomic Habits and the Daily 7 Effective Habits by Stephen Covey. Those have been really beneficial. I've actually got, like, a habit journal where there's important things that I need to do every single day, like pray, brush my teeth, make my bed, change out of my pajamas, drink water, go to the gym, or do some exercise or stretches. So these are important habits that I want to instill in myself. But I am still procrastinating in terms of maybe, like, my academic journey. But I'm working on that, inshallah, as well. So, next, back to the letter. This also brings me to my next, maybe last point. Have we got diagnosed for ADHD or anything? Or what's the deal with my mental health? So this is really interesting. Again, I think I mentioned this in, like, the beginning, where 2022 was quite hard for me. The end of 2021 and beginning of 2022 was really hard because I was applying to loads of jobs, but also, like, universities and that sort of thing. And it was just like, where is my life taking me? 2 years prior, I had just finished my master's, and it was just like, COVID happened and the lockdown, and it was a real struggle. I think loads of people struggled, and so that was me as well. Like, I felt like my mental health was also going down. That's why I sought therapy basically, and so I haven't been diagnosed with anything, but you know, sometimes you feel like you might have ADHD, especially with those TikTok videos that say these, like, put a finger down, just, but yeah, alhamdulillah for ala kulli hal, everything. Okay, back to the letter. Okay, this is my last point. Did we get accepted to the US? Are we going to Arizona, Maryland, or Illinois? I wonder if we'll be accepted to all, one, or none. To be honest, being accepted into just one will make our life easier, but if we had to choose, I'd rank them Maryland, Illinois, Arizona. So regarding this, again, as I mentioned, I was applying to PhDs, but also jobs and that sort of thing, and so alongside applying to PhDs here in the UK, I had applied to things in the US, just because I did my bachelor's in Jordan. I did my master's in the UK, and I just wanted to experience university in the US. Alhamdulillah, I didn't get accepted to any of them, which is why I'm still here in the UK. But I now pushed that goal into actually like applying for a postdoc, inshallah, when I finish my PhD. But one step at a time, inshallah. Now back to the letter. Also, I wonder if we actually went the UK route and I stayed in the city that we're currently in, and Ati is my supervisor. So, yeah, that's the route we went into. I'm still in the same city that I was for my master's, and my supervisor for my master's is my supervisor for the PhD. Alhamdulillah, like, I can't complain. Like, she's an amazing supervisor, very supportive, just, yeah, on top of it. Like, we meet every 2 weeks, and it's just, she's very motivating, alhamdulillah. So even though there was a small part of me that wanted to do the PhD and try out academic life in the US, in a way this turned out better for me, I guess. Alhamdulillah, I got a studentship, so my like university fees are covered. I'm living with my parents and sister, so there's no rent for me to worry about or any like bills to pay, and like I know my supervisor, so alhamdulillah, in a way it worked out for the best, I think, so alhamdulillah. Now back to the letter. Or maybe we went crazy and I'm at college doing a counseling course. I don't know what's crazy about that. I did. So I guess it is sort of crazy because like I'm doing my PhD now, but also I've always loved psychology, and I guess for me I never knew that there was this thing called like counseling or a counseling degree that I could go into, and so there's a college near us that does these evening courses for counseling, so you can level up until you get to like level 4 or 5, and then you can actually start giving clients counseling, and you can sign up with the British Association for BACP. And so I'm actually doing that right now. Alhamdulillah, I really want to become a counselor as well. So there's the PhD side of things, but there's also that part of me that this is like sort of my passion, the counseling. So I'm still doing that. Now back to the paragraph. Okay. I hope my faith in Allah remains strong. I wonder if mom and dad will still be alive, if my sister will still be here, if my tetas are still alive. I wonder if any family members will have died or been diagnosed with something. I hope that we will all have the strength to thrive and become better through it. This life is temporary. It goes by so fast. And may we keep doing things that guide us on the right path. That's a really beautiful but sad in a way paragraph. Like, that is life, isn't it? We're going to lose people and people will be diagnosed with things, but alhamdulillah, mom and baba are still here, my sister's still here, my tetas alhamdulillah are still here. Yeah, alhamdulillah. I mean, alhamdulillah ala kull hal, it's inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, right? We're going back to God anyway, so one way or another, but alhamdulillah. There is a PS though, so that's the last bit. How's all the volunteering applications courses going? You're making a difference, hon. Believe in us. I really like past me what she wrote here. So I'm currently with the volunteering. I currently volunteer with Cruise. So I provide counseling in a way, or like talking therapy to people who have lost someone. So it's just basically guiding them through their grief. So that's one thing. I'm also like a mentor with Debate Mate, so getting kids excited about debating and like improving their communication skills. I'm an MFL mentor, so getting teenagers excited about learning just foreign languages, international languages, and just increasing the amount of multilinguals in this world, especially since my PhD is in bilingualism. Those are the main things that I'm doing right now. So yeah, alhamdulillah. Thank you, Kasmi. I am making a difference, and whoever's watching this, you're also making a difference. Just believe in yourself, and it will get better. It will get worse. It will get better. That's just life, right? It's ups and downs, but as long as my faith in Allah stays strong, that's all that matters, honestly. So, alhamdulillah. I made like a drink for me to drink, but I didn't even manage to drink, so I'll drink it now and say salam. Until next time.